Yeah, good evening. My name is John Blakey. I am with Awake Illinois and would like 5 minutes, please. For the record, Awake Illinois supports both mask and vaccine choice. Before District 203 finally followed the law and went mask recommended, students and staff were faced with chaos when students who were lawfully attended school unmasked were separated from their classmates and denied the rightful education. This was in direct violation of the district's own principles of inclusion. To make sure this never happens again, District 203 would do well to commission an independent investigation into the non-inclusive treatments of students that week. Outside of masking, which has been well covered tonight, the following issues need to be addressed by District 203. Number one, the comprehensive equity plan needs to be scrapped. Parents need to know what the current plan includes. Here are just a few examples. Students will be trained to be anti-racists. District 203 is looking to make a systemic transformation of culture. Students will be encouraged to be race and gender activists by calling out inequities. There simply isn't a problem with racism that requires us to teach District 203 kids to be anti-racist. There is no need to transform the culture. Rather, we need greater focus on addressing the learning gaps and mental health issues caused by 2 years of a pandemic, lockdowns, masking, etc. Also, our students do not need to be encouraged to become social justice warriors. Stick to the academics and scrap the equity plan, please. Number two, the state's proposed changes to the student registration process must be rejected. From next year, students will be asked about their sexual orientation and gender identity. A child's sexual orientation is of no concern to the school. Why will our kids be asked if they have a different gender identity to the sex they were born with? What has any of this got to do with education? We know this is an attempt by activists in the government to indoctrinate our kids, to minimize parents' influence, and to push controversial concepts. Our impressionable kids are confused already. We now have boys identifying as girls, biological males competing in female sports, birthing people, pronouns, and the list goes on. We must stop pushing the gender and sexual orientation ideology in schools and focus on academics. Leave the rest to the parents, please. Thirdly, we need to remove activists from the classroom. The UK government recently issued guidelines banning politically biased teaching in schools. For example, they've acknowledged that BLM is a political organisation with ideological views, such as defunding the police and disrupting the traditional family model. These have no place in our schools. District 203 should follow suit and ensure that no politically biased views are allowed in the classrooms. This would include banning the CNN 10 videos, which I understand are still being shown to District 203 kids. Next school year, our family will have 3 children eligible to go to school in District 203. Unfortunately, due to our experience over these last 2 years, like many other families, we feel forced to look for better options to educate our children. A report came out yesterday that estimates around 2 million kids have left the public school system nationwide over the past 2 years. Many parents simply just don't trust the government to teach their children. Well, some here tonight will say goodbye and good riddance. I do hope people understand the long-term consequences of this. Simply put, you are losing good American families with solid values, as well as great students, because the core mission to educate our children in the academics has been lost amongst all the other issues. The silver lining here is that these issues have woken up a sleeping giant. Common sense parents will take back control of their kids' education. Through advocacy and their vote, parents will ensure that the kids' best interests are put first, regardless of politics, ideological views, and the flow of money. I stand in awe and appreciation of those parents, especially the moms who've stepped up. Awake Illinois will continue to give parents a voice, and we will be on the front lines of the fight for the soul of our nation. God bless you.